Thank you. Um, First of all, good afternoon to the media personnel, and thank you for joining us virtually. We decided to hold this press conference on fire incidents around the country. We have noticed that the fire incidents are increasing, and the number is pretty high for the month of August, where we have recorded 15 fire incidents, which affected about 54 people. So in other words, 54 people are homeless because of this 15 fire incident in the month of August. But just to put things into perspective, we are deeply concerned that last week, within 7 days, we recorded 10 fire incidents. And if I give you a breakdown, on 24th of August, there was a fire in Nakasi and Navoli Bar. On 25th, there was a fire in Yalalevu Bar and Yandua Singatoka. On 26th, Vunika Lambasa. On 28th, Navua and Tadira. On 29th, fire in Bar and Waini Malika. And on 30th of August, we had a fire in Yoroi village, Savu Savu. So the NFA team have been working around the clock, dousing all this fire. But on the other hand, we are deeply concerned that with COVID-19 pandemic, this is difficult time for everyone, and it's hard and very difficult to see that people are losing their homes and they're becoming homeless. More will be elaborated by the CEO of NFA, but the point that I want to make is that fire is everyone's business. It's not just NFA's problem. And what NFA wants is full commitment from all Fijians so that Fijians can take precautions and they can make sure that their homes are safe. There's simple things they can do while they are at home. Things like after cooking, turning off the stove, making sure once a year, check the wiring, ensure the kids are not playing with matches or other inflammable things around them. And NFA has particularly noticed that the fire incidents have gone up also because there are people who are using extension cord. They're trying to get electricity from their neighbors, and due to short circuit, there are major fire incident. So that needs to stop as well. So I'm encouraging every household to take precautionary measures. You know, most people are at home now, kids are at home, and the children, they need supervision. Otherwise, we will see more and more homes going up in flames. So we wanted to highlight this incident and to bring it to the attention of the public, because you may just see one fire in Waini Malika or one fire in Nakasi, but we had to put all this fire into perspective so that people understand that every day in the last 1 week, NFA were attending two fire incident per day. And that's a lot for a small country like Fiji. So, colleagues, I just want to invite the CEO of NFA for his statement, and then we will invite questions.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. The Honourable Minister have stated correctly that there's quite a number of fires that have been happening around Fiji, and that is a great concern to NFA. It had actually put pressure on our resources, and that is the reason why we actually wanted our members of public to be aware of. Right now we are into the dry season of Fiji, and particularly in terms of looking back to the prior years of the records fires in Fiji, we have noted an increase of fire during this period of dry season. So that is the reason why we want members of public to be aware of the period that we are now approaching. The dry season begins from May and it goes right up to November. So the fire incidence is expected to rise or to increase gradually as we move into the dry season. So our only advice to the public is to be considerate of the people who are living around you, particularly the vulnerable people who are around you. We have also received complaints from members of public because of people who are intentionally burning their rubbish at their backyard. We know you know what to do, what is right to do. Please don't burn your rubbish at the back of your, because the recent fire in Nandi, the one in Nandi, that caused from the neighbor was burning their cooking or burning their rubbish at the backyard, and had spread, the fire had spread and actually burned down the whole building, okay, so that is very dangerous. We know for the fact that it is illegal for you to burn rubbish at the background, and because you can be taken to task for that, but that is the last thing that we want to do. We want you to be more responsible. We want you to be to treat fire safety just like the way you treat your mobile phones. You know, you can't leave your homes without your mobile phones, and that is exactly what we are trying to tell members of the public. You know, before you leave your homes, please remember to turn off every single electrical appliance in your homes. Make sure, and the most important thing is to ensure that you engage a licensed electrician to do the electrical work in your homes. One thing that we also noted that in most fire incident, it's arrived at you call us when the fire is already fully engulfed. That is very difficult for us to come and put out the fire, because fire can only be easy to control when it's at its initial stage. So please call us quickly for that. For people who are probably not able to connect to our alarm system, we have a lot of fire agencies who are selling very affordable smoke alarms. Yeah, you can purchase those fire alarms from any fire agency around $20 to $30, and that will give you even when you are asleep, it will give you the indication that there is a fire, and you can call us quickly by dialing 910. Okay, so probably that is our message to the members of the public, to do take care of your homes. You have built up your homes for so many years, and for NFA, expecting NFA to come in and put out all these fires for you, it's a big ask for NFA. But the only thing that you can do is to be very, very careful. In and around your homes, you must be fire safe, conscious all the time. Thank you very much.
Media colleagues, I also wanted to highlight something that I missed out. I wanted to highlight the figures or the statistics that we have. From January to August this year, NFA had to deal with 75 structural fires. And if you're wondering what is the cost of all these structural fires, it is if you look at all the houses that were destroyed, the cost is around $6.7 million, and it also costed NFA to douse the fire, and they incurred around $310,000 so far just to handle the fire that occurred around the country. As the CEO mentioned, this is the dry period. August is the dry period, and we are seeing that during this time of the year, every year, the fire incident goes up. There's a higher number of fire that occurs in the month of August. And that's what the statistics is trying to prove. And we all understand why, because it's dry month, it's windy as well. Now it's so-called our cold season. So obviously it's the ideal environment for fire to spread quickly. But what is of major concern to us is that this is COVID-19. We are dealing with the second wave of this pandemic. People are without job, families are at home, children are at home, and yet we are seeing increase in fire. I do understand when you are not at home, then it's a concern because somebody can set your house on fire, but you are at home. So which means that you need to look after the children as well as look after your home. And the CEO correctly stated that you need to use licensed electricians, not anyone. And this is what's happening. People, just to save some money, they engage unqualified electricians who claim that they are electricians and they can do a good job. Just to save few pennies, we end up engaging such electricians, but at the end of the day, we lose a lot more. Because every time a fire occurs, when a house goes down in flames, I always think of the hard work that family had done to build that home. Not just the home, but also all the content of that house. And it all goes up in flames. And that's unnecessary waste of money and unnecessary waste of literally hard work, pain and suffering through which individuals build their asset. So we're just wanting to convey this message and alert the public that please look after your homes. Do not burn fire outside unnecessarily. We see in the cane belt, they set up, they always try and burn the cane just to get a quick entry into the sugar mills, which should not be the case. And similarly, we see people burning fire at the back of their house or in front of their house. Under Local Government Act, this is not allowed. You cannot just burn rubbish anywhere you like.